Okay, as you can see, I've got my little princesses all finished, two-sided, hanging on strings, so they're ready to go. And I'm ready to start putting my Z-fold on. Okay, set one aside. And here's where I'm going to just clip these on, because I want to make sure I put my dangly ladies in the right place before I put them on, and it's easier to do it like this. Well, actually, I know I want to put one lady right in the very corner. So I'm going to get my piece of tape, and yes, we're going to use tape on this one, and whichever one I want. And I usually choose this one because that's the most one that looks like Cinderella. And just put it there. Yep, right there's good. So tape it good. So it'll be on there. Alright, then I know I'm going to put, you can see right there, one on each side. Okay, so I want it to be, I guess I'm going to put it on here. And then you can cut that string off. Okay, once you get that up there, cut your string. Alright, now I'm going to clip this on here. And clip this here. And I just don't have enough paper clips, so I use one of these clips. Okay, so now we've got one that dangles. And I will put the mirrors on before I tape this on too, okay? Alright, so I'm going to take my piece that I know I want it to be right about in the center. So put it there and clip it. And I apologize if you can't see this really good. Okay. And I make sure, well, you know what, I'm going to have to use a paper clip on that one right there. Okay. Because when that opens up, I want to make sure it's right. So I might want to turn this way. See how it does? So that when it opens correct. Okay, so see, that's about right. And I have to keep holding it up to see if that's how I want it. And I'm going to, what I did is I think, apologize for this. I'll put a piece of tape on here, the double-sided tape. And then I'll end up taping over it after I get them on there. Okay, so I know I'm going to want it right about there, and this one could be right about here, and we're going to see if that works out okay. There. Close it, make sure it's in the right spot. Yes, I do wish I had some more paper clips, but I don't, so I'm going to have to just deal with this. So that when it opens up, I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's good. And I know I still want two more princesses, so I want one here in the center. So again, piece of tape. Move my tape. And I'm just kind of eyeballing where I would like that to be. And that's, yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to do the same thing I did up there with just a piece of this tape here. I know it's going to be right about here. That's why I use my tools. So almost in the center there. See if that's what I want. Dangle it. Yep, it is exactly. I might want it over just a little bit further. So I'm going to move that over just a smidgen further. There we go. I think that's what I want. You can see it. Yep. You have to hold it up, okay? And I might like the other one just on the other side of that there, so. But this is where I want it, so I'm going to cut that thread, put a piece of tape over that.
This has been busier, and actually, at the end of the day, right now,
I know it's going to stay. And then my other princess is going to go getting stuck here because I didn't close that up. It's going to go here, right about there. So put a piece of tape there. Cut my strings. Make sure those are good and tight on there. Take this off. And I know that's where I want it. Cut those off. Okay. Put a piece of tape over that. Is my tape too wide? Yes, it is. So. Cut it down a little bit. You don't want any of that showing through any of your tape. The two-sided tape, it'll get caught on stuff. Okay, so I've got that done, and I've got this done. Okay, and I'm almost ready to put together. So I'm just going to set those aside, because those are done. I need to put my foil in. Those are going to go like right here. And if you get them scratched up a little bit, don't worry about it. You're not going to see that when the ladies are dangling. You're too busy looking at the ladies to look at the dangles, okay? And I just eyeball this. I just eyeball it. That's all there is to it. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Well, except for the centerpiece does, so it'll automatically there, but try to match them up a little bit. Where's my cutter at? Misplaced it. It's here somewhere. And this is enough to hold them on. I'm only going to do 2 of these. That's how. Sometimes I do an overkill. I'm not going to do that today. There we go. So, just grab my tool. And I know you're thinking I haven't thought about the front of the card, but yes I have. I have thought about that. Okay, so this is going to go, and I'm just eyeballing to see if I get it halfway, it's good enough. See, I can still fold it. So I've got it just right. Do the other one. And it's like, yay, it's starting to come together. Okay. Now I need my sentiment, which I'm just going to eyeball again. Put right about there, about the same distance from there to there. I know I'm kind of OCD, but not 100%, so it's like, it works, it's fine. And you can make these dangles anything you want. I have, my son-in-law's birthday is coming up soon, and he is one of those barbecue to the max kind of guys. And thinking about doing something like this with that. All right, so I'm looking. Press it down. Looks like I could have done a little bit better. I don't think I can get that off of there. Well, maybe I can. Turn it sideways so I can see. That's what I usually eyeball from the side. There we go. That's better. Looks like I didn't get it quite here, but it's okay. I'm leaving it. All right, so now I've got that. I've got my ladies. Yeah, we'll start with this piece. You know what? For time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and show you the dress on the front. Okay, I've cut this out on my Cricut, and this is available down below. It's a free Cricut thing that I created, so I can share it with you. I've got scoring lines on it, so I'm just going to fold this on my scoring lines. I'm not going to use my bone folder on this one. I'm just going to fold it with my hands. Sometimes that bone folder will crease it a little bit too much, and I don't want to do that. So, back and forth, make it the skirt, and there we have our skirt. Okay. Now here's where I will take a little bit of glue, because down here at the top I want to make sure that this stays. And I will tape that. Nobody's going to see it, so nobody needs to know that I used tape. Which is sometimes a, no, don't do it. Okay. Now I do notice that this doesn't actually fit real good, so I will trim this so that now I've got a perfect little skirt. And I have a little top, and that'll get put on when the card's done, along with a little bow. Alright, I'm going to set those aside, and then I will come back, clean my space up a little bit here, and then I'll come back and assemble the card.